Hello, everybody. We are back here gonna be playing some Forza 7. I'm gonna hop us right back into it because we might as well. I just gotta make sure that it's gonna recapture up to the right thing. It's not, so that's okay. It's being dumb today, I guess. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna get right back into this. Starting exactly where we left off yesterday with the Dodge Challenger. And I gotta pull up chat. Okay. And over here, little one. Awesome. Fantastic. Everything is running as should. And get on the janky gloves. They're the best ones I could steal from work. And by that, I mean they're just garden gloves. So, this is going to be exciting. We're doing here on the Top Gear track. This car's been setting decent times so far, but this is my first runner today, so we hope it's not too crazy. Yeah, boy. I hope I can hit the braking points right. Because this thing doesn't like to be friendly. It really doesn't. Yeah. Why? Okay. I put it in third, but it registered as first because I didn't even have to move the shifter. I just pulled it out and pulled it back in. Little bit of understeery. Little bit of understeery. Oh man, it's been a while. Other than yesterday, I haven't played on the racing wheel in a couple of weeks. I can tell I'm very out of practice. So maybe it's not the best to be doing time trials, but we're gonna do them anyway. One minute 37.781. That's a decent time for us. I don't know where it stacks up. 1 minute 37.781. We slid off a little bit. Fourth best time. So this car's been alternating between third and fourth best. So, not so bad. The only thing I'm a bit worried about now is we're taking it around the Nordschleife. So, that's going to be something interesting. And hopefully there will be an F1 stream tomorrow. So, that'll be fun. Picking it back up in the Mercedes. I went from Racing Point to Mercedes, and I've been just doing kind of a casual playthrough for or just a casual playthrough as Williams, which is good fun. Good fun. I've been getting kind of back on Minecraft too. If I end up hopping on the server there and doing a little bit of streaming. I'm unsure about the Monster Ultra Fiesta. It's kind of a bit wonky, but it's not bad. Not great, not bad. I didn't really know it was mango when I got it. It's alright, I suppose. So, mango's not terrible. Not my favorite, not terrible. Ooh, did a little hiccup there. I am not ready for the Nordschleife in a Dodge Challenger. This thing's gonna be as unpredictable. Oh man. Why am I so bad at existing? I forgot to click on the game. So, it's gonna be as slippery as an F1 car on slicks in the rain. It really wants to hang out on me. It really does. But that's not gonna stop me. Oh man. The Nordschleife plus the GP circuit. Don't have me hanging out. Oh. I was talking earlier with my parents about my car, and I don't know. Well, I do know where I have an idea for it, but I need to find a spot to park it before I bring it back down. 'Cause I'm happy. I thought about selling it though, and I saw at a local dealership, I saw a Volkswagen Golf manual for sale. I thought about selling it for that, my Dodge Stratus. Oof. But we shall see. My Hyundai's still running fine though. Proud to have that thing. Yeah, man. This thing loves it. At full throttle. That's part of what inspired me to drive the Challenger today. I was going to drive the Neon SRT4 in spite of a front-wheel drive Dodge car. Ooh, missed the shift. But I didn't own it, and I didn't want to buy it. I should have kept it in second there. But I just saw this in looking through my cars, and I thought I need to drive that yesterday. We're fine. You're fine, Challenger. I am no professional driver. I just do this for fun. And good fun it is. What? Ooh. Hi there. Wonkiness and wobbliness. Or Flugplatz? Am I gonna get airborne? No, I mean I heard the front tires come off because suspension slammed down a little bit, but nothing too cray-cray. This is absolutely terrifying in this car. I don't even want to imagine what it is in an F1 car back of these days. Oh, shoot. Oh, why did you have to slow me down so much, grass? I knew I was going to slide off. I didn't think I was going to hit the barrier. That would have been the end of my track day. Come on. And I'm missing a lot of shifts today. I was doing decent yesterday, but missed another one. I guess I'm either just out of practice or nervous or something. Because the green hell terrifies me. It's putting me on my limits. Oh yeah. Yeah, Challenger, you can do it. You can do it. Puppet dog. And... But... better news is that car, my Stratus, should be an easier fix than I thought. Well, it's going to be still a bit of work because I got to replace the head gasket. Luckily, it's a 4-banger rather than a V6. This is probably the only moment I'm thankful that it's the base 4-cylinder rather than the 6. Probably literally the only moment. I would have enjoyed the V6 with its extra power, but having to, not knowing what head gasket need to be replaced, along with having to take apart both heads, would suck. Whereas with the 4-cylinder, for my first time taking a head off, or engine head off by myself, probably a safe bet that it's only a 4-cylinder. Makes me not so scared. It makes me believe that I can do a job on it. A nice job. Alright. And then the left, I'll have to slow down 4 more. Slight left. I could have hit that more speed through there, but that's okay. I do also need to continue my Project Cars 2 career. Ugh, these tires just don't want to grip. With how much roll there is in this car, it feels like the front tires almost never have traction. And when the front tires do, the rear tires don't. So, that's okay, I suppose. Well, I guess it's not okay, because I kind of need traction, especially here at the Green Hill. Got distracted, tried to look over at chat. Yeah, man. Brakes. She's a slippery little snake. She certainly is. Come on, Viper jokes. Oh man, I know it's a Challenger, but this thing utterly has such a low performance limit. It is by far one of those big American muscle cars. it rightly earns its place as one of those big American muscle cars. It doesn't handle. Every time you put the power down, the rear end slides out on you. It really does. It wants to eat you alive. And not in kind of a good way like, say, a BAC Mono or Caterham does. We're just finishing up. Cut it too early. Up on the curb. Inside to outside. I'm so used to seeing those high-angled wall curbs and wanting to ride them just due to my rallycross history. That's mostly where I do. I'm not so great at track racing, which is part of the reason I do this, because I do this series because I'm going all about adaptability. I'm trying to adapt to different cars such as this over the course of some drives. I want to be able to learn how to drive things fantastic. Yeah, I pushed the thing here because, or the paddle, because I was testing to see if there was a fifth gear, and I'm just dumb this whole time. But no, it is a 4 on the floor. Alright, off the gas, down on brake. Oh, this is bad already. Okay, I saved it. That was not a great recovery, but it was a recovery. Pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. And... okay. 1146, 148. Where does that put this little guy? That was not a very good run, but at the same time, I'm not going to repeat that. It could have been worse, though. It could have been a lot worse. Second best Nordschleife time. Okay. Decent. Pretty decent. But look at that little monstrosity now. Not so great, is it? Not so great. Alright, no responses. And... up. Ooh. Alright. I do want the Jaguar. That's something that I can certainly use. I'll take the NASCAR also. I mean, next time I level up. Not something I really totally want, but it's something that I'm going to race eventually. So now, I think we're on to Monza. We're on to Monza. That is right. I mean, technically my list says Road America next, and I really only had that because that's kind of my home track here in Wisconsin, but I don't really care about it anymore. It's kind of a mediocre track. If I was driving on it in real life right now, no complaints. I would drive anything at this point. But it looks like after this we're gonna do Long Beach, and I think I'm gonna call it there, because I have to work in the morning. I have to work at 9 in the morning. It's coming up on midnight, so better get some sleep, because I'm gonna probably go hang out for a little bit upstairs. I did it again. Fantastic. I do it at least once a stream. But I'm gonna go hang out upstairs, as this gaming setup's in the basement. Yeah, man. Ooh, I just felt my ankle crack, shifting from second to third. Alright, you're okay, little challenger. I am going to be somewhat worried about the Parabolica, because I never really learned how to do it in an F1 car, let alone a road car like this. Brakes. And no spin Vettel for me today. Ooh, but I did do a Sainz versus Albon. Oh, brakes. I'm thinking that maybe this should be the last race of the night. I know I wasn't on too long. In fact, I was only on just under an hour, but man, 200? Yep. Oh, shoot. 200 came up on me quick, and I braked a lot later than I thought I was going to. I had lost track of my braking zone. And into the Parabolica. Here we come, here we come. Off the gas at 3. That was a pretty garbage downshift. Ooh, that wasn't so bad. The rear end got loose from me. And it'll be a 239 something. Nope, 240. 246.56. Last one of the night. I know we only really did 3 tracks. Not so long. And I kind of had a longer kind of prelude to the thing. Second best at Road America. Oh, not Road America. That was Monza. That's what happens when you skip a track in the list. Still the second fastest at Monza, though. Not so bad. Yeah. Out of all my cars, Challenger's second fastest. Then again, we haven't really made it through a lot of cars. We took a bit of a break from this, so I didn't make it through too many cars. I got some under my belt, but not a whole lot. I think I need to angle my webcam down for next time so you can kind of see the shifter a little bit more, because I think, yeah, I was just touching it there, and the top of my hand kind of just shows. So not so much. What are we? Long Beach. One lap of Long Beach to end it all for tonight. Put that bad baby into first gear, and we're gonna see how it do. Yep. Something something goes something something something. What song is that? I don't know. I just made that up. Alright. Welcome to the loading screen. Enjoy your stay. Alright, here we go. Long Beach, Long Beach, Long Beach. There's no room for error at Long Beach. Wall to wall. Gotta remind myself of that. Third time in a row. Third time in a row. That I done did that. And I cannot wait to way too late. Locked it up, locked it up. I'm severely out of practice. Keep her going, keep her going. Yeah, I didn't realize how out of practice I was. What? The clutch was still in when it grinded at me. But I guess older car, older transmission needs a little bit of time. My phone fell. Don't mind the bang. And I can't believe how this guy's running it. It is. Oh, woof. Ugh. That was miserable. That's okay. Keep her going. Lou locked up. Locked up and almost stalled her. I mean, I know you can't really stall in Forza, but there's kind of an equivalent. It kind of becomes into slug mode. 155.899. For some reason, I have a feeling it's going to be the second fastest time. I don't know if I made it out this far in certain cars. I thought I had, but I guess I hadn't. 155.899 once again. Third fastest out of any car. But at this point, I think we're at like 8 cars. And I think probably 5 of the 8 are D-class, if not lower. This car is a high D-class at the moment, because I race them all stock. I don't do any tuning, nothing. I want to... the whole purpose of this originally to begin was I wanted to see how each car handled, like in its stock form. I wanted a direct comparison between each car. I wanted to know which car is better at what and who does what. Because, say, a car that's better at the Nürburgring might get beaten by a different car of the same caliber at Monza. And we should see some differentiation. Like, obviously, an A-class car is probably going to get beaten by an S, and a D-class is definitely getting beaten by an A at almost all around. So we should see kind of a gradient, but nothing like that. I just wanted to see how certain cars, especially because it'll be interesting to see how... I don't really know if there's any similar all-wheel drive cars to this, let's check. This is 374 D class. So it'd be on the higher end of a D class. And no, I'm not really saying the all-wheel drives, mostly front wheels and rear wheels. I mean, I guess technically the Bronco counts, but I don't know if I'd count that. But the Ford Raptor, but that's kind of what I mean, is there should be some sort of gradient. I imagine, like, if I go to A-Class, for example, obviously my Subaru's not stock here, but yeah, versus, like, the Audi, you guys got to see this in one of the Motorsport Mondays. This was a backup car for Motorsport Monday that never got I think it got at the end of the episode, but I don't think it ever actually got footage. The RS 200, like that. See, this is what I mean. Like, I want to say I think the Z8 is stock. I don't know, but I'll go down a little bit. Like, I'll find a good example in lower A class. Like, for example, the 1962 804. Compare that to a brand new 2017 DB11. You wouldn't really imagine those two cars in the same caliber, and they're certainly going to drive different. And I really want to figure out, how are those two cars even related in times? Like, I imagine that probably the 804 is quicker, like, around certain tracks, like probably Top Gear and the test track and like the kind of narrow wiggly bits. It's running 188 horsepower, whereas compared the DB11 here would probably cream it at Monza, toting almost well, I guess it's 3 times. It's almost 200 horsepower. It's toting about 3 times, well, more than 3 times the amount of horsepower. It would cream it at Monza, which is what I'm curious about. They're two cars that are apparently similar caliber, and I don't think this Audi is stock either. I think it's up to its class there. But how does this thing compare? It's a couple points lower than the DB11. Oh, went over to B class. It's like what was it? 6 points lower, something like that, than the DB11. That wasn't the DB11. 3 points lower. How does that compare? It's all-wheel drive, a big behemoth, roughly the same amount of horsepower. But how does that compare to the Giulia, for example? Two different cars of two different eras. I imagine the RS7 Sportback has a dual clutch, so I'd be shifting with the paddle shifters, compared to either the 300 SLR, and then the Audi also has all the modern features of ABS and traction control, compared to the 300 SLR or the Giulia, which are pre-computers essentially. I mean, the 50s, but you know what I mean. Pre-computer. There's nothing in the cars yet. It's no traction control, no ABS, none of that. And they're gonna be manuals, and they're gonna be kind of older, heavy, clunky manuals. Like, the manuals themselves are not refined like today's manuals. So they're going to drive differently, especially because the Audi's putting down about 560 horsepower and the Giulia's about 200. They're going to be different cars, and I want to know how close they're going to be. Especially, again, like the F-Type here versus the 904. That's something. Or, let's see. This can't be right. I think this is a drift car. But, again, the Auto Union versus a Jeep Trackhawk with the Hellcat motor in it. that they're going to perform way different, but that's the fun in this. And you guys get to watch me do some stupid things, like especially because yeah, I'm kind of driving around this boring Challenger. I mean, it's got a lot of personality, but driving around this kind of boring car, yeah, it's a T-Class, yeah, it's somewhat slow. Yeah, down the straight at the Nürburgring, I only topped out at about 140, compared to even like a Lamborghini Huracan. I'd go 200 and something down there with paddle shifters and all-wheel drive. But it's that's the interesting thing, because I want to see it, like, obviously not on the Nürburgring, it'll be tens of seconds, but like, say I did a 2-minute 40 in this car at Monza. Say I do a 2-minute 33 in the Lamborghini. So 7-second difference. Yeah, it's a pretty large difference. But at the same time, 7 seconds between the two cars, that's something kind of magical between a brand new 2010, well, 10 something, 20 something Lamborghini Huracan, even if it's a Performante, versus a 1970 Challenger. That'd be not quite a great battle to see, because we know who's going to win, the Performante. But yeah, it'd be something special. It's like the old battle, I think it was in 2013, 2014, right after kind of Lewis Hamilton signed a Mercedes. It was Lewis Hamilton versus Ken Block. They raced the F1 car versus the Rallycross car, and F1 car won. But it was a showdown, because the Rallycross car gets off the line quicker, and I mean, he ran a shorter distance, but he ran like a Rallycross course, as Hamilton did the F1 cars. And the Rallycross beat him by, or the F1 beat him by a hair. And it was a close battle over two different things that drive completely different, that look completely different. It's fantastic. It just gets my happiness. And I've got, even just opening up Dodge, I've got plenty of cars here. Eventually I'll end up driving the different things, like the Durango. Like according to this, the 18 Durango will whoop this Challenger's butt. And of course the Viper will destroy as well. But I can't even wait to see, like, the stock ACR Viper here. I'm excited to see how that pans out, because that's one of my favorite cars to drive at the moment. It has a manual big wang and all of that good old nonsense. Though I am excited, one car I am excited to drive, I don't know if there's a Pista in this game, but I'm excited to drive the 488. Alright, let's do one more run. I'm here, we're doing it. Let's finish the night in Rio. I don't know what's left. I think while this loads, let me double check how many races are left, because Sebring and Daytona is what's left. Well, and Road America. And I'm just filling in a couple of things, because I put in a couple of different things so that I can sort the cars. Like, I got rear wheel drive here, or I got assists, so I can sort the car by assists, by engine placement, buy drivetrain, all of those little goodies too. But after this, I've got Road America, Sebring, and Daytona. We might just do the Daytona Oval so that next time we hop on, I can do Sebring and Road America. And I've got to get clicked back on the game while I still remember. And that's going to be some fun shish. We can start a new car next time. Probably won't get too many rounds in, but definitely can start a new car. And I feel kind of like doing like the Ferrari 460 or 460, wow, 360 Spider. All right, we're gonna redo that. That was abysmal. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna do Daytona tonight. I'm thinking about it. But tomorrow's my last day of the work week. So I'll be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So expect to get some streams during them. I don't know how long it'll be or what we'll be playing. But I know one of them will be F1 related. I'm getting tired of that. Well, not tired of that, but I'm getting. I want to watch some F1. What better way to watch it than play it? Brake a little. Yeah. Up the hill. I thought going through the narrow streets of Rio would be a nice little way to end this off. But there's gonna be something. It might be just me hopping on the Minecraft server, playing alone, kind of doing some things. It could be me. Oh, missed that little inside clip. Or I guess I didn't miss it, I hit it. All too well. But, we might do that. I just might do a bit of playing on the crew, cruising on the crew. Maybe Minecraft, maybe F1. Maybe I might show up with a new game. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't have anything planned. I'm just going to play it by ear. I wanted to get back into streaming before I started making videos again, if I start doing that. Because I want to make sure that my heart's in it before I get back on it. But I think it is. I think my heart's back in it, but I want to make sure. Just because work had worn me out for a while. But, and with my new car, I had been working on that. Oof. So, 3 minutes, 7 seconds, 0.474. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? 3.07.474. Second fastest. Well, I think that's where I'm gonna wrap it here tonight. So thank you all for
doing the watching, and have a nice night, day, whatever. It's midnight here, so it's kind of day and night. So, yes, have a nice night. Blah,